Welcome back to Ground Zero.
In this segment, we take a look at what our citizen journalists have caught with their own eyes and, of course, their gadgets.
First, the Stomper says that a foreigner who may be an expatriate has been charged for allegedly scratching the Stomper's car.
Yep, and the same foreigner is allegedly linked to other car vandalism cases.
What happened was that on May 24th this year, this foreigner was in his mid-40s, was arrested for scratching the Stomper's car.
And since then, he's also under investigation by the police for other related vandalism cases.
This is strange. Why is an expatriate going around scratching other people's cars?
Well, we spoke to the Stomper, hopefully for some clarification.
In your post that you said like he was a foreigner and even maybe a supposed expat, right? So what do you think a person like at that social status or like what would be carrying out this kind of act of like scratching people's cars and all that?
Well, I guess basically he must have found out that our law has been too lenient to offenders in this kind of area. It's a laughing matter. $1 fine and 4,000 in karaoke, that kind of sentence has created a very bad image. That kind of side effects among the community. Now the foreigners have begun to understand that they can get away with all these things. Well, basically, I would say when these people first arrive in Singapore, there are very little that our guys have done to screen their personality, whether they have a clean state of mindset. Somehow, it is very difficult for us to measure a person's
actions, right?
Quality of his character simply by looking at his job that he's holding or the number of certificates that he's got with him. So this is we just simply cannot judge a person by his books. So obviously in this case, this person is a decent family man, is looking at his face, is being along with his wife, a very nice family man. And nobody would foresee that he is such a bad person after all.
I guess we'll never find out if it's true. Apparently he's an expatriate who is usually someone with like mid to upper class social status, right? Especially here in Singapore. So,
well, you know how some celebrities get caught stealing when they can actually afford to buy the stuff? Maybe it's a habit, like, an addiction kind of thing.
Yeah, probably. Well, for now, this Stomper said he can't wait to see the culprit get his just whatever he deserves.
Yeah, the 4-in-1 sentence, he said: cane, jail, fine, and deported.
That's harsh.
You've been stopped.
Next, an elderly couple caught in the act for smuggling a dog in a handbag onto a public bus.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Yep, and the Stomper had a very interesting way of catching this. He saw it from the reflection of the glass window where the couple was sitting. Well, quite an observant Stomper we've got here.
At least this one was well behaved. Can you imagine like a berserk animal running around or like a dog barking on board a bus, I'll be totally freaked out.
Well, you're not a fan of animals, I see.
I'm just a bit terrified of those creatures, but I love them.
Oh, but they're too cute to be terrified of. Well, anyway, back on track, this Stomper actually told us the dog seen on the bus did not make any noise and even looked a little sick.
Maybe it was on its way to the doctors. I think commuters are getting bolder these days, don't you think? Stomp did receive a couple of entries recently regarding pets brought onto the MRT trains and buses.
Maybe owners used to take cabs with their pets, but now that we're all strapped for cash, trains and buses sound way more economical.
Also a reminder that pets are not allowed on board public transport.
That's right, you can get fined for that.
You've been stopped.
Now for some bromance lovin'. Well, Stomp received an entry from People Ong who spotted these two guys in a tight embrace while surfing the internet in his school.
I remember when I lost my...
This is pretty bizarre, right? I've seen girls being this close, but I've never seen guys publicly displaying their affection for one another like this before.
Don't worry, Denise, you're not the only one. Well, the Stomper himself was shocked to see this, and many Stompers have left comments. Dancing Queen 713 actually said this is really crazy and shameful.
It is crazy and shameful? What do you What do you think, man, audiences? What do you think? When bromance go too far, and the contributor also made it clear he's not opposing anything, but just finds this strange. I do not have anything against this, do you?
Well, I would think most guys have trouble expressing emotions and feelings, right? They want to look tough at all times.
Yeah, most guys would definitely not want to be seen like this. It hurts their ego.
Guys and their egos.
I think you're crazy.
You've been stopped.